Welcome back, everybody. Now, known for his musical talent, off-the-cut TV presenting style, the vibrant dancing skills and unique fashion sense, Zulu Mkhathini is now cementing his way into the country's music scene. After a long hiatus, Zulu Makhathini has made a comeback with a new music project, an album called SPIRIT of Ubuntu. He's also released a music video for LENDLELA, a song featured on the current album. Zulu joins us now in studio for a chat about his new body of work and more. Zulu, good to see you, man. It's been a while.
It's been forever.
It's been forever.
Yeah, man. We've gone through so much in the past 2-3 years. But
How are you holding up, though?
You. No, man, I'm great. I'm in good spirits. I was actually saying, Gizolo, it's so hard for me because we're going through so much, you know, and we're losing so many of our close friends, you know. But also for me, I've been in a hiatus and I'm in such good spirits. So there's a bit of a conflict into what's happening and how I'm feeling, you know.
And so many of your fellow artists, I mean, they took a hiatus as well, unintentionally so, because of COVID-19. So how have you been able to, you know, to keep going and keep afloat amid the COVID-19 crisis? I
think for me, Vele, I was on a hiatus before the pandemic, you know. So I was taking time to myself, just trying to understand what's mentally, emotionally, and, you know, try and revive my creative spark, you know. So when I got into the pandemic, I was already in motion. But it was important for me to spend a lot of time with family, as well, you know, just to find out where everyone.
All right, you also released a video for LENDLELA. How did that come about?
Beautiful video, by the way, guys. You have to go check it out. You know, that video took us about 2 weeks to put together. Okay. The first thing that I wanted to do was show people the journey that I've gone through personally, you know, in the video by saying, you come through struggles, you come through pain, but in the journey, as a kid, it's important to remember the lessons that you learned as a kid in your journey. And as I travel in the video, I then, you know, get into a spiritual sense when you can see the people with the sheets, or what's it, spiritually. And I say, at the end of every journey, it begins again once you meet your maker. Once you start now connecting with the higher force and the spirit that has put you on this earth, you know. There's this, we were talking to Kabelo Mabalane the other day, and it was like, it's important for artists to connect the gift with the gifter, or the gift with the maker, you know. And at this point, I'm saying, I'm finally taking the talents that I've been given, but connecting it with my maker to say, now a message that we're giving you people.
Jeez, man, that's deep, man.
Oh yeah, you know, I must write a book.
Actually, you should. I know there's nothing you can never do.
I'm joking.
And you never disappoint in terms of your music and in terms of your fashion. And you've come up with, you know, Mkhathini Creatives. Tell us more about this.
Mkhathini Creatives is an outlet for creatives, you know. I believe, I would say, in this day and age, we've got so many platforms to combine our skills and talents. And any creative mustn't be boxed into being just one thing, you know. You must use all the mediums you can. That's why, like for me, I'm on TV, then I'm in fashion, then I'm in music, you know. So in Mkhathini Creatives, we bring in all the different creatives, whether you want to be in film and then you want to make music and DJ. It's important that we highlight to our bantu, don't box yourself in. You tell the people who you are, the people don't tell you who you are. And in this, we now create the top of the range, or at the highest level creativity. If you look at our music video, they're the highest level. Maybe we're going to get an Oscar for that. If you look at our music, if you're listening to the music, it's at its highest level, and that's the Grammy level of music. And that's what I want to motivate, even with other creatives. You must start reaching for the highest level globally and not just settle for a South African standard.
Tell me, Zulu, when you say it's an outlet for creatives, is it perhaps a platform for other creatives, you know, to share their, you know, artistic flair, or is it just a fashion brand on its own?
Yeah, so the fashion brand is Zulowski, you know. So Zulowski is the fashion brand where now we're hoping to launch this year because the pandemic has really put things on hold. But with the Mkhathini Creatives, in everything that we do in terms of visuals and sonics, it's actually a lot of young artists that we collaborate with who haven't been given a platform. You know, if you listen to some of the producers that we worked with, Abo Ray Bailey, you listen to Abo Charlie, those are young guys who are really trying to penetrate the industry. If you look at the people who have shot our films, Tim shot his first video with me, you know. He had never been given that platform, you know. So I want to do a lot more of that, where I include these young guys in the Mkhathini Creative stable to go, guys, if you're a photographer, let's make it happen. If you're a designer, let's go. Oh, big shout out to Nkulego, who also helps with the threads.
So which one of your projects would you say is a very effective outlet for your own creativity? Is it your music or your fashion?
Which one of your senses is the most important sense?
All of them, actually.
You see? So I feel the same way, you know. I look at my outlets like how I look at my senses. I can't live without touch. I can't live without tasting, smelling, hearing, and seeing. Every day I have to kind of express somehow. As a creative, I'm like, what are we creating today? What are we doing? You know, whether we're drawing, designing, or we're making film. You know, for me, that is very, very exciting. Umuntu must be able to express, especially if you're creative. If you don't express, you will find yourself in a very deep, dark space.
Sure. The year 2022 has just started, and it's set to be a great year for you, hey? So what are some of the big plans planned for this year?
Some of the biggest plans, obviously, is to really push the album, try and take it abroad, you know. Secondly, launch Zulowski. You know, it's been a couple of years in the making. And then get into more business ventures, make sure that those avenues are stable. But most importantly, you know, I spent 2 years just away from people. I'm trying to connect with people a little bit more. So you're going to be seeing me out a lot more, you know, just socializing and networking with as many people as possible because, you know, pandemic does remind you of these relationships that we built, you know, are very, very important, you know, and I possess a certain energy that I want to leave with each and every person to make them feel a little bit more positive, to make them feel a little bit better. And
you know, I've got an idea for you. So as that soft launch, what about you create something for me and Lebo and then you launch it on this show? Before you do the actual thing.
Actually, I was looking at you.
I'm like, go think about it. We have to wrap the show.
Yeah, I can do something for you.
Zulu, great chatting to you, man. Thank you so much for joining us. So we'll see you in the next few minutes for yet another electrifying performance. Great stuff. All right, that's our first music guest, Zulu Mkhathini, and we've been speaking to him about his latest music project. Do stay tuned to the show as he'll be giving us another performance in the next hour.